challenging the alleged double nomination of Kashim Shettima. The Apex Court agrees with the lower courts that the PDP lacks the locus standi to institute the case. Justice Adamu Jauru, who read the judgment, added that the PDP acted as a meddlesome interloper and a busybody, as it is an internal affair of the APC. A sum of 2 million naira was awarded against the PDP, even as the suit was dismissed for lacking in merit. The justices further held that the attitude of the appellant amounts to misleading the court, describing the move as sad. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has dismissed a suit filed by 3 individuals seeking to stop the inauguration of President-elect Bola Tinubu and his vice, Kashim Shettima, over age falsification and citizen status in the document Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Justice James Omotosho, in a ruling on Friday, held that the suit by the trio of Praise Iloma Isaiah, Pastor Paul Isaac Audu, and Anongo Moses was frivolous and an abuse of the court process. Justice Omotosho held that the plaintiffs lacked the local standi to file the suit, adding that the court could not exercise jurisdiction to hear it because it relates to a presidential election. Ahead of the May 29th inauguration of President-elect Bola Tinubu, the police have deployed personnel to protect the presidential villa, provide security at and around the Eagle Square in Abuja, and seaports and airports. Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Dijobi disclosed this on Thursday in a statement, saying operatives would equally be deployed to man the entry and exit points of the capital city and other critical government installations. Personnel for the inauguration were drawn from special forces, namely the Police Mobile Force, Counter-Terrorism Unit, Special Protection Unit, Anti-Bomb Squad, FIB Intelligence Response Team, and the Special Tactical Squad, among others. Also deployed by the police are helicopters and drones for area surveillance in Abuja and its environs, as well as armored personnel carriers. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, in Abuja, received copies of his asset declaration form at the State House, Abuja. Buhari received the form from a delegation of the Code of Conduct Bureau led by its chairman, Professor Isaiah Mohammed, who arrived at the Asa Rock Villa on Friday afternoon. This is in compliance with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, which mandates all public officers to declare their assets and liabilities on the assumption of office and at the end of their tenure. The Asset Declaration Form is a schedule of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, and is mandatory for all elected, appointed, recruited, and contracted public officers. The declarants are required by law to state their assets and liabilities, including that of their spouses, who is not a public officer, and children under 18 years of age, and submit same to the Bureau within 30 days of the receipt of the forms. The Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, is expected to lead a team of distinguished experts in observing the general elections in Sierra Leone on June the 24th, the Commonwealth Group has said. According to a statement published on its website on Thursday, the Commonwealth Secretary-General, Patricia Scotland, confirmed that Osinbajo had accepted her request to chair the Commonwealth Observer Group. The Secretary-General is said to have constituted the Observer Group upon invitation from the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. The Secretary-General expressed gratitude to Osinbajo for agreeing to undertake this important area of our work in deepening democracy across our Commonwealth, despite his busy schedule and overseeing a seamless transition of his government. The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control has destroyed fake, substandard goods and products worth over 4.2 billion naira in Awka, the Anambra State capital. Speaking during the destruction at the Aswama dump site at Umozocha, the Director General NAFDAC, Professor Mojishola Adeyeye, said the exercise was in line with the agency's mandate of eradicating fake and other spurious NAFDAC regulated products from circulation in Nigeria. Adeyeye, who was represented at the event by the head task force team of the agency, Francis Honoriwu, added that the exercise was a combined southeast and south-south zonal destruction carried out periodically. According to the agency, the products were made up of spurious, counterfeited, substandard, and falsified medicinal products, unwholesome processed food products, and several other unsafe regulated products seized from various manufacturers, importers, and distributors in the combined team of Southeast and South-South zones. In foreign news, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres on Thursday urged the international community to stand with Africa, calling for the continent to be adequately represented in the international financial system. Africa's dynamism is unstoppable and its potential is breathtaking, but historic and economic injustices currently hamper its progress, Guterres said in a message to mark Africa Day, observed annually on May 25th, to celebrate the achievements of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, the predecessor of the African Union from its creation on May 25, 1963. African countries are underrepresented in global governance institutions, from the UN Security Council to the Bretton Woods system, and denied the debt relief and concessional funding they need. A newly released cache of FBI files has revealed a potential plot to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II during a 1998 visit to California. The possible threat followed a phone call made by a man who claimed that his daughter had been killed in Northern Ireland by a rubber bullet, according to the document that also refers to a bar frequented by Irish Republican Army IRA sympathizers. The Queen and her husband, Prince Philip, visited the west coast of the United States in February and March 1983, and the trip passed off without any incident. 4 years earlier, in 1979, IRA paramilitaries opposed to British rule in Northern Ireland killed Louis Mountbatten, the last colonial governor of India and an uncle of Philip, in a bomb attack. At least 2 people have been killed and 23 injured in a missile strike on a medical clinic in the eastern Ukrainian city of Dnipro, the regional governor says. Of the 23 injured, 21 are in hospital and 3 in serious condition. 2 boys, aged 3 and 6, were also among the wounded, Governor Zahir Lasak said. Russian strikes on Ukraine have intensified in recent weeks ahead of an expected Ukrainian counteroffensive. Mr. Zelensky posted a video of the damaged clinic that showed firefighters at the scene and smoke billowing from the building. And now, before we end Citizen FM News at 6, here is another look at our highlights. The Supreme Court has dismissed the PDP suit against Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. The police have beefed up security around the FCT ahead of the inauguration. And the United Nations has made a case for peace and security in Africa. And that has been Citizen FM News at 6. I am Bolawala Makinde. The news was edited by Lawrence Umwete. To listen to us online, please visit www.citizenfm.ng. Follow us on social media, Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and Twitter at Citizen FM 937. Good evening.
Citizen FM Abuja, now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja, now we be the voice of the people.